So, we've done a long video, which you can find on our YouTube page, going over the details of LifeSTEM Academy. So just want to thank every family that has been a part of LifeSTEM Academy in any way. I want us to remember that LifeSTEM Academy is a school that has opportunities for homeschool families and for students looking for a regular school. However, we also have a tutoring center. So if you're homeschooled out there and you like your curriculum, you like your daily flow, but you want some math help, please let us know. You could join us either by tuning in at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock for whatever math class, and just watch that lesson. Or come for our after-school tutoring program, which is a part of, it's free for LifeSTEM Academy students. You don't have to pay us to come. Like if you wanted to get more tutoring after school, that's all free for you LifeSTEM Academy students. But let's say you're a community member and you just want some math tutoring, please let us know, or chemistry, or physics, or physical science. Let us know how we can support your family. I just want to talk briefly about the schedule. Like I talk to LifeSTEM Academy families. You guys know how much Amos loves to just talk about big ideas, but you might be wondering, okay, Amos, what is available today, July 21st, for my kids to consider? So that's what I want to talk about in this video. I want to go into detail about the Mondays and Thursdays. As of today, what do we have available? So let's turn to our schedule in our handbook. On page 12, it says Mondays and Thursdays. And let's start at 10 a.m. and work our way down. So remember, chapel is at 9 o'clock. I really want to encourage people to come way before 9 o'clock, maybe like 8:40, or, that would be great. Just come, settle down, get ready for the day, take a jog around the building if you need to. And then at 9 o'clock, we're going to have chapel together, and then we'll release the youngest students, the K3 students. And then the 4th to 12th grade, there's the opportunities where we might have a guest speaker, or we might just break into our cohorts. Remember, we had cohorts last year? We're going to continue with the cohorts. I find it interesting that Oxford University has that sort of system where you have a leader of like a cohort. So we're going to do that at 9 o'clock. So for between 9 and 10, there's going to be chapel, cohort time, opportunities to just reflect on life and what matters. 10 o'clock, there's 4 classrooms I'm addressing at a time. So if you don't mind, I'll take 10 o'clock and let me go over each one. For the 4th and 5th graders, they're going to be with Mrs. Owen. So they're going to have English, and I'll just keep it more general if you don't mind moving on, because there will be some classrooms that have multiple teachers. So let's just keep it general. I'm going to only use the English name, at least Mrs. Owen for now. And then, and I'll also talk about my classroom specifically. And then if you want to know any specific classroom teacher, let me know. So 4th and 5th graders are doing world history and English with Mrs. Owen. So she's going to teach them at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. Why do we have Mrs. Owen working with the 4th and 5th graders? We want them to have a continuity of support. They've come from Mrs. Durham's class, a lot of them have, and we want them to get trained into how to work with, middle school material, right? Our 4th and 5th graders at LifeSTEM, honestly, they're middle school students and elementary students at the same time. But what we're trying to do is we want them to learn how to take notes, study, and these are some things Mrs. Durham is doing. Mrs. Owen is going to continue that trend, right? So Mrs. Owen, you have at 10 o'clock. She will do your history, literature, writing, grammar, spelling. She's doing all the language arts for 4th and 5th graders. There's 2 ways to go around this schedule. I guess I can stick with Mrs. Owen's schedule, or I can go, let's do everybody's time. At 10 o'clock, the 6th and 7th graders are going to be doing general science with general science experiments. What curriculums are 6th and 7th graders looking at? There's a series by J. Wiles, Science in the Beginning, Science in the Ancient World. The focus for this year is science in the scientific revolution and science in the atomic age. So you might have 6th and 7th graders who have done one or the other, and they'll just be doing the other one. We're going to use science in the atomic age as a good text, but science in the scientific revolution is what the 4th and 5th graders are using, and some of the 6th graders are using that as well. So what do you expect during science time? We're going to have a room for general science, which is just covering a variety of topics. But then we have our main science for next year is biology. We're going to have biology dissections. We're going to have biology discussions. We're going to go through the biology textbook from Dr. J. Wiles while using the Bob Jones textbook as a reference. So we're going to be doing biology as our main course for 8th to 10th graders. If you're in chemistry, there's a different track for you, but I will be teaching biology mostly this year. We have chemistry and physics. Those people have a different, and that will be mostly 11th and 12th graders. Remember, those people will have a different plan. But if you're in 11th and 12th grade and you need to do biology, then you join the biology class as well. So 10 o'clock, Mrs. Owen has her English, language arts, world history program. We have biology, we have general science, and then we have chemistry and physics people working along on their work. 11 o'clock, 8th to 10th graders are going now to work with Mrs. Owen. They're going to work on their writing. We didn't do as much writing last year, and we're sorry about that, but this year you're going to have a lot of writing focused on modern history with the literature books that go with that. Mrs. Owen will teach that, and then we have, this is going to be a great time for math learning, where there's going to be pre-algebra and algebra, and there's going to be, basically pre-algebra, algebra 1 students are going to be working on things during that time. I have 3 people that will be teaching mathematics so far, and we'll keep growing our base as much as we need to. So during that time at 11 o'clock, it's going to be 3 to 5 people. So there's 3 main teachers, and then there's 2 assistants. Those assistants are there to help. But we'll have 5 people available so we can break students into groups. I'll always try to start with a lecture first, and then we'll break into groups. My lectures are mostly focused on the history and philosophy of mathematics. What will the 11th and 12th graders be doing at this time? They can either do modern history writing, or they can work on their writing-specific literature course. So that's what 11th and 12th graders will be doing. Now, please know that 11th and 12th graders get free, Lifestem Academy is free for them this year. They get support for all their subjects, but I just ask that they join our leadership class where I can teach them more on leadership. We also give them a free career course assessment. They take the assessment, they take the course. We want 11th and 12th graders to have vision and direction and know exactly what they want to do with their lives. We will connect them with mentors in the community, and if there's nobody locally who's a neuroscientist, then I'll connect you to my cousin who's in Washington. That's part of what we're going to do with our 11th and 12th graders. 12 o'clock is lunch. Everybody has lunch. We will have our basketball gym. We have soccer opportunities, track, chess, board games. Those are all opportunities. No smartphone use at lunch. We want students to interact with other people. The research is pretty heavy. I mean, it's very clear that excessive smartphone use is not good for anybody. So we want to limit that when students are here on our campus. At 1 o'clock, we have a writing course for 6th and 7th graders with Mrs. Owen. We have a science course, which is more focused on experiments for the 4th and 5th graders. Again, this is a general science in the scientific revolution course. A lot of what we're doing this school year is on Western civilizations and the history and philosophy of science, and that's part of what's going to lead us into our trip to Europe in Germany, Switzerland, and Austria, because we want to we want to show you the content, teach you the stuff, and then show you the places. That's what we'll be doing, God willing. And stay tuned. Our music teacher has something pretty exciting that is cooking in terms of our play that we're going to do at the end of the year. What happens at 1 o'clock with the 8th to 10th graders? They have 2 tracks. They can either be in world history, Western civilization, and Western civilization CLEP prep, or they can be in economics and U.S. history integrated. So 8th to 10th graders, world history, or you can have this separate group of 8th to 12th graders who are doing U.S. history, economics, and government throughout the year. At 2 p.m., we have English for 4th and 5th graders, English history, again, with Mrs. Owen. So they start with Mrs. Owen's class, and they end with Mrs. Owen's class. Our 8th to 10th graders will be doing the college CLEP, college algebra CLEP, and pre-calculus CLEP prep. And those who are ready for calculus will also be invited to join. Now, that will be more 11th and 12th graders, and those guys are welcome to join and have fun with us as we do college algebra CLEP, as well as pre-calculus CLEP. You will learn the material mostly on Mondays and Thursdays and do a little bit of practice, but we are going to encourage you on Fridays to do a lot more practice at home in your CLEP-specific course. Imagine a situation like this, where Mondays through Thursdays, you do all the work you need to do for that week. So let's use Notgrass for a second. You take Notgrass, you complete lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that week, that first week of school. But you complete it between Mondays through Thursdays, right? Because when you have a Thursday, we are sometimes going to be focusing on lesson 4 of that unit. So then on Friday, you've completed the work for the week. Well, let's do some CLEP prep. Or maybe you're going skiing. That's fine. Go skiing and then look at some CLEP prep after, right? We want to build Fridays into a study skills day. And then we do want you to have time to help your families and make sure you make time to serve your families well. We don't want you to have a no homework policy so you play around. We want you to have no homework so you can help your families and communities. And then on Saturdays, you can do more work if you want as well. It's a free country, but I would encourage you to do more work. So 10 o'clock, world history for the 4th and 5th graders, science for the 6th and 7th, 8th to 10th, and 11th and 12th. 11 o'clock, writing from 8th to 10th graders. 6th and 7th graders are doing algebra, pre-algebra, and pre-algebra and algebra 1. 4th and 5th graders are doing pre-algebra, and then 11th and 12th graders are doing writing. 1 p.m. we have 6th and 7th graders doing writing, 4th and 5th graders doing science, 8th to 10th graders doing world history, and another classroom for U.S. history, economics, government combined. 4th and 5th graders at 2 p.m. are doing English or language arts and history with Mrs. Owen. 8th to 10th graders are doing college CLEP, college algebra CLEP, pre-calculus CLEP, calculus CLEP. 6th to 7th graders are doing history, which is from Adam to us. 11th and 12th graders are doing mathematics, things like calculus. 3:15 to 4:15, Dr. Wotrich will be teaching choir to our students. I hope that helps to clarify what we have available today. The only thing that can change after today, by God's grace, is that we actually hire more teachers and offer more courses. So that's at least our base. We have all those subjects covered. We have about 12 to 15 staff members at this point. And you'll be meeting them throughout, over the next few weeks. They'll be here. We're going to be doing some teacher training on Mondays, and so you'll meet them. We're going to be doing annual drills for CPR, first aid, tornado drills, fire drills, all of that integrated into this school year. On Wednesdays, if you want to do any of the electives, you're welcome to select which elective you want to do. Or you could just stay for the whole day. Or you could do some electives and have a study hall if you are waiting for the next elective. So for example, let's say you're doing art, but you're not doing computer science, which wouldn't make any sense because everybody needs to do computer science. Just because every field now, you need to have computer science training. In the STEM field, you need to know coding. So we're going to teach that at 11 o'clock. So on Wednesdays, we have an international chapel. I'm excited. In our chapel on Wednesdays, we will not sing English songs. We will always be singing Spanish, Portuguese, French, Hausa, which is what I speak, Yoruba, Igbo, Latin, Greek. We're just going to build that culture of learning foreign songs. So that's at 9 o'clock. We'll have chapel in different, languages, and then we'll have time for quiet time. We're going to guarantee you about 20 to 25 minutes of just quiet time. At our school, we're going to just be quiet for like 20 to 30 minutes. And we want to teach you the art of being quiet and reading your Bible, or being quiet and just thinking about life. We'll give you time to journal, of course, if you want. 10 o'clock is art for 7th to 12th graders, and then kindergarten to 6th graders will be doing French with Dr. Marion. 11 o'clock is computer science for 7th to 12th graders, while the younger students have gym. 12 o'clock is lunch for the younger students, while the older students have French. 1:30 is gym for the older students, while the younger students have art. 2:30 to 3 o'clock is study skills, study hall, career preparation course. That is what our Wednesday looks like. School year calendar. The school year calendar, we start on August 21st, and we go to October 13th, and then we get a break. We have parent-teacher conferences in October. The second quarter starts October 23rd, and it goes till December 21st. We'll have Thanksgiving break, we'll have a winter break, Christmas break, and then the end of the quarter is December 21st. The third quarter is from January 3rd to March 8th, and then we'll have spring break from March 13th to March 15th, and then the third quarter ends on March 18th. And the fourth quarter goes from March 18th to May 23rd. We'll have a April 10th to April 12th break, and then the end of the fourth quarter is May 23rd. We'll have summer break from May 27th to August 18th, but we'll have online courses available to people. We'll have a video editing or computer science type camp, medicine camp, aviation camp, and so on and so forth. Our goal is to have about 6 weeks of programming in the summer, which will generally be a Tuesday through Thursday type program. And we want students to come, to make friends, to learn, to grow in their passions and things that they're excited about. We will always try to have a Worldview Academy, and so we're going to seek to do that in June of 2024, God willing. The following school year will start on August 19th of 2024. That's way out there, but I just wanted to explain some of that. Every quarter, we're going to try to have 1 or 2 community events that bring together families so that we can all get to meet other families, encourage other families, and things like that. We're going to have an annual talent show, annual high school retreat, annual middle school retreat. We're going to have quarterly prayer meetings, and we'll try and schedule these out. If you're interested in being a part of the quarterly prayer meetings where families can come together and pray about the needs of the school and the needs of families and the needs of our youth and the needs of the community, let us know. I would love to build a team of people that can do that. We will have the Germany-Switzerland trip. God willing, it's looking more like landing in Germany, Switzerland, doing some trips. There's going to be a shorter trip and a longer trip. Here's what I mean. If you want to only come for 7 days, which is pretty standard, that's great. My family will stay longer in Europe, most likely. And so some people might have this option to stay a little longer, and that allows you to explore more sites. We'll talk more about that as time goes on. However, as of today, the filming of this video, I've talked to people in Germany or people who are from Germany. I've discussed the issues, and they've brought up issues of the rainy season in April. Some other people brought up issues of February being too cold. As of the filming of this video, May 1st to the 10th is winning right now. The trip will involve visiting some sites in Germany, some sites in Switzerland, some sites in Austria. The train system is amazing, so we're not worried about transportation as much. We can get to places we need to get to. If you are interested in this trip, even slightly, please let me know so I can get you on the travel club meetings so that we can start talking and building the program together, because this is going to be an amazing trip by God's grace. We're visiting Germany and Switzerland because I don't know if you know, but some of the best mathematicians in the history of the world are from Switzerland and also Germany. So Germany, Switzerland, England, but we just went to England. So we're not going as a school this time. We're going to Germany, Switzerland for the focus. The following year, we will do the commitment to Italy, France, Greece, something to that effect. And then the following year, God willing, I would love to invite you all to West Africa. So that will be our rotation. Let's keep Oxford, Cambridge, Edinburgh, Germany, Switzerland, Austria, France, Italy, Greece, and Nigeria or Ghana, West Africa. Stay tuned for more information on that. I just want you to be aware of the cycle. If our students are done with high school, they've graduated, and they still want to come on the trip, let us know. The more people who are excited to come, great. We'll have opportunities for lectures as well, though, so make sure you come ready with some notebooks. We're not just going to look at the places, we're going to have time to discuss it as well. Okay, I hope this helps you see where we're at as of today. Kindergarten to third grade, Mrs. Durham has an amazing project going on right now. It's going to be a Montessori style. These kids are going to learn like serious stuff. They're going to have a lot of fun. I'm excited for the kindergarten to third graders, but this video was just answering the question, where are we today as far as course offerings and the schedule? If anything changes, I'll make sure I let you know, but that's where we're at today. Thank you for all your support. I know the first year we had some turbulence in flying, but I'm excited for the second year. We have way more staff. And one major announcement I might have told you, maybe you don't know, but I'm actually officially ending my career as a medical physicist full-time, and I'm switching over to run the school, to write more math. You might have seen Inspirational Mathematics is out. We have third grade to 12th grade covered in our curriculum in detail. We have online portals. We have a teacher, Nathan Jersett from Georgia, who's helping with building our online program. We have a lot of math for the whole country, so please consider using our math program, even if you're not a part of Lifetime Academy, and also tell your friends. If you're looking for math that deals with foundations and builds a solid base, that's what Inspirational Math does. And if your kid is very good at math, if they use Inspirational Math, they'll be the most advanced math students this country knows, because we don't stop based on grade level. We keep going. So your child can be in calculus in 7th grade, and that's just fine. So, that was a lot to chew on. I hope you're doing well. Look forward to seeing some of you, whether or not I see you here. I look forward to seeing you around the community. God bless you guys. Take care and have a wonderful day. Please subscribe and share with your friends as well. Take care.